There's this door. It's not mysterious. It's not even unique or anything like that. But what it leads to the most desirable thing in the world. I'm talking about billions of people desire what is behind that door. They're literally desperate at times for this door. If it's not around, they can literally cry and pray to God. They will go on their knees praying to God that this door shows up so they can go through it. It's the bathroom. So I've noticed that there's been a lot of these halal money gurus on YouTube teaching the youth how to make money the halal way, and lots of it. And I was just thinking, I got 25 years of experience regarding business. I got a couple ideas I want to share to benefit my brothers and sisters out there, my Muslim brothers and sisters. So why not share it with them? Here's one great idea. First, before I get into it, let me just say, so you know exactly how serious I am when it comes to the business aspect of it. Because I am smart like that. I know lingos regarding business that other people don't know, proving that I am a businessman and I know exactly what I'm talking about. And that is supply and demand. Yeah? You never heard that before? Because you're not a business guy. I am. Okay? You supply the demand. What is the demand in society? You go to a McDonald's, you find a bunch of fat people, and I should know there's a whole lot of them there. And you tell them, hey, guy, scratch her back. They can't reach. You provide that service. Yep, halal, 100%. You provide the price. I'll scratch her back for you for $100. And soon enough, you'll become a millionaire. I mean, imagine the amount of fat people, especially in America. I mean, I'm one of them. So, yeah, that is a great idea for making halal money. I don't even think it's not even necessary for me to provide any other ideas for you guys. That is it. You want to make some real money? Go to Planet Fitness. You're going to find a whole lot of fat people in Planet Fitness. Again, you might even see me there. Maybe. Possibly on Wednesdays when they have pizza. So, yeah. Yemen. Not a destination most people, everyone in the world ever have thought of as a vacation spot. Saying that, it is one of the most beautiful places in the world. At least it has one of the most breathtaking scenes in the world. Some of the most breathtaking scenes in the world. Can I think of any? No, but here's a couple of images of that. Yemen is in ruins. Despite what people say about it, despite what you see on the news, though it is true, it is in ruins, though it is true, it is in constant wars and a dangerous place right now. The people there are some of the most kindest people in the world, regardless of them carrying daggers with them almost 24/7 and wielding weapons like AK-47s. The people themselves are very spiritual, very in tune, and very loving. I'm from Yemen. My parents are. I was born here in the United States, in New York. I'm from the Bronx. But I remember the first time I went to Yemen. It was actually the first time I ever been on a plane. And it was completely unexpected. Truly like a whole different world. Nothing that I ever thought I would ever experience. I mean, I was so used to the United States. Even the toilets in Yemen is different. I mean, it's one of those that you have to squat down to take a crap, right? And then I was around 6 or 7 years old, and I had to take a shit. All right, I'm in the car. Is my entire family, my mother, my father, my brothers and sisters. We all together heading 5 to 6 hours away from the airport to our home,
in Ib. And before we even reached there, we had to stop, of course, to get something to drink, and I had to use the bathroom. And I gotta say, it is the most horrifying thing that I've seen in my life up to then. The bathroom was different. There is no seat. You have to squat to take a shit, and a lot of people missed. Let me just say that, okay? They definitely missed the target with their shit. I mean, shit everywhere. Piss, shit. So I held it in until I shat my pants, quite literally. Like, again, I was 6 or 7. Maybe that's not an excuse for a kid that age to shit their pants, but I did. I'd rather shit my pants than use that bathroom, which happened.
Sorry to say, this was not the last time I did that for that reason. I mean, when I was in school in Yemen, again, I ate some sunflower seeds this kid gave me. And sunflower seeds, for some reason, is like a laxative component when it comes to me in my digestive system. And I ate it in the morning before I ate anything. I didn't even have breakfast. So, yeah, I had to use the freaking bathroom. And this is the first time I go to the bathroom in this school. By the way, the school is an elementary / middle school / high school, which I think is inappropriate, honestly. Anyway, I get to the bathroom, and I'm talking about every booth in the bathroom had no doors. Get the point? Get why it's inappropriate? Why it's unnecessary? Every door in the booth was not there. There wasn't any, right? And again, the toilets is exactly the same. You gotta bend your knees, squat. You gotta do a squat all the way to the ground to take a shit. I go to my friend who gave me the seeds, and I'm telling him, listen, there's no freaking doors on these bathrooms. There's, like, every booth has no freaking door. And he says, well, go use the bathroom in the end. So it was like 10 of these booths with no doors. He's like, go use the one all the way at the end because nobody will see you there. Obviously, that's not true. Anybody that can walk all the way to the end and see me taking a shit. I'm like, no, fuck that. I'm not doing that. I'm there in the bathroom standing because I'm trying to push myself to do that. But I can't do it. So right then and there, diarrhea. Yeah, a shitload of it. Literally, like all over my pants. My neighbor, who's an older fella, I think he was in 8th grade, I see him and I tell him the situation, and he convinces the security guard in the door to let me go, before, and not tell anybody about the whole thing. And he let me go. I go home, I shower, whatever. Anyway, that is not the story that I'm telling here. Anyway, I'm in Yemen, first time, everything is different. We're in this car. Again, I'm wearing this long t-shirt because they had to take off my pants because it was full of shit. And I'm just in my underwears, right? An underwear that they got out of the bag instead of giving me a whole entire pants. And we go to this new house, which is not new. It's been there for decades. It's built in the 60s, and it's nice. I like it. Big yard, filled with all kind of trees and vegetables and stuff, and it was quite nice. Anyway, we go travel around Yemen. This is the first time we were in Yemen. Me and most of my brothers and sisters have never seen this beautiful country. So we go to the village where my parents grew up, and I meet a couple of guys there. We go to this small village where my parents grew up, and they show us the house. And in the house are this family who they spoke to them and said, this guy, meaning me, is the son of so-and-so. And they were so happy to see me. I didn't understand that, but now I do. At the time I didn't. Is that they were grateful for my parents for giving them the house. They didn't charge them on it. They just gave them the house because they went to the United States and they made a whole life, and they built house in Ib and other places in the country, so they didn't need that house anymore. One kid of theirs was quiet, was very quiet, and she was stare, and scared the crap out of me. Turns out according to her parents, this is something that I heard later on at night, that she's possessed. This kid's possessed. All right, it's not funny, but it's scary. Which is that's a nervous laughter. Okay, anyway, she's possessed, and they don't know what to do. They're praying for her, and they're doing the things that is not, what is required when someone is possessed. It's an exorcism. They're doing it. Turns out the person that does the exorcism is across the street. It's not a street, but it's like there at the house in front of us. And the house that I'm currently in at that time was my grandma's house, which is far from the village where I went with these kids to see this old house of my parents. And they bring the girl. I see the girl again. She's quiet. But then they start reading on her, and she started screaming, and voices is crazy. So I was there for a week. I didn't see her again till the last day. And when I seen her at the last day, when I was there, she looked right at my eyes, literally like stared right into my eyes and whispering. I have no clue what she was saying. Which scared the shit out of me, literally. I probably took a shit in my pants again at that time. And then she grabs a rock, throws it right, I don't know if y'all can see it right there, that scar on my head, cracking my skull. They grab her, they're reading on her, they're trying to calm her down, eventually she calms down. And, they take me, not to a hospital, but like down the mountain, because we were on a mountain, I don't think I mentioned that, down the mountain to another house of a physician. He's not experienced, I don't think he has a degree, but he's, putting, what do you call it, like ground of tea on my forehead, trying to stop the blood, then wraps it up, and that was the night that I had. That was the experience of the last day in my parents' village. It's a beautiful country, really nice, beautiful place. But yeah, that was it. That's one of my experience with a supernatural, which I do believe, as a Muslim I believe so, 100% in fact. It's a little girl who was speaking in voices that obviously wasn't a voice of a girl, a little 6 years, 7 years girl, whatever she was. Grown man voice. So, leave a comment down below. I hope you like this story. It's a true story, and it's one of my scariest times. I have way more than that, but it's definitely one of the most scariest things that happened to me.